I more have something to say about myself by letting people like Dame and Killer trick me out of them positions when I had them power by making me feel less than when they would see me inside of them office. Like, oh, you working for these? Oh, you a dude boy. Oh, you a son. You ain't no boss. A boss don't work for nobody. But not understanding my position, how much power I had that I could move, and you know what I mean, in this game. You know what I mean?
Jim Jones just dropped a bombshell. He's finally letting it be known how Dame Dash and Cameron played a role in keeping him from truly taking power in the game. And from what he's saying, they didn't just block opportunities. They made him feel like he wasn't even worthy of the ones he had.
I more have something to say about myself by letting people like Dame and Killer trick me out of them positions when I had them power by making me feel less than when they would see me inside of them office. Like, oh, you working for these? Oh, you a dude boy. Oh, you a son. You ain't no boss. A boss don't work for nobody. But not understanding my position, how much power I had that I could move, and you know what I mean, in this game. You know what I mean?
While you on the label stuff, I was watching another interview. You were talking about you're trying to get your masters back right now.
Yeah, I'm attempting to get my masters back.
You said y'all were independent, but y'all weren't independent.
We weren't independent. Koch was an independent label. An independent label wasn't a major label. Right. It was two different type of labels. There wasn't a major label. You know what I mean? So we signed to an independent label. We signed to a label. We got a real label deal, but we was making so much money, and the word independent was so alluring and things like that. You know what I mean? It wasn't that at all.
Now here's the thing: Jim Jones has always been the hustler of the group. He was out there making major plays, but the way he's telling it, Dame and Cameron made sure that he never saw himself as the real power player he was. And that's a shame because look at how everything played out. Dame had his own issues in the industry. Cam moved how he moved, and Jim had to fight his way to the top the hard way. But let's talk about this. Was Dame and Cam really trying to block Jim's rise to power? Or were they just operating from their own perspective of what power looks like? Dame has always been about ownership and doing things independently. So maybe to him, Jim taking an executive position at the major label looked like selling out. But at the same time, why not empower your brother instead of tearing him down?